Welcome to Share Your Message TV show. I am your host, Tonya Hofmann, and as usual, I have an amazing guest star today, Miss Meshell Baker. Hey, Meshell.
Hey, Tonya. Thank you so much for having me. I'm so looking forward to this time with you. This is amazing.
I know, right? It's so much fun. We are talking today with Meshell about a very important subject matter, okay? That is confidence.
Yes.
I know a lot of y'all are going, I got it. I did whatever. And I'm like, no, you really got to own this. This is all about so tell me, Meshell, when you say confidence, what do you mean? What are we talking about today?
Right. So when I say confidence, it's not just that you feel good about who you are, like you can brag on yourself. When you actually have confidence, you are unwavering in the midst of circumstances. No matter what is thrown at you, you're like Teflon. You flex, you bend, you adapt to all circumstances. You actually go into creative mode. When you're truly confident, you create because you understand that the one constant in life is change. So what you're prepared to do is you are prepared to utilize all the skills you have at hand, the things you know, what you've experienced, what you've done in the midst of that, and create amazing outcomes. So confidence allows you to go out the comfort zone. If you're good at what you already do and always done, that's not confidence. Confidence is when you can truly, in front of people you've never been in front of, places you've never gone, doing things you've never done, still shine. That's confidence.
I love it. I know. I think we've all had that moment where you go from, like, I remember when I was just like, I'm little Tonya and I speak at some networking groups to Tonya. Stay here. I was going to a meeting with a high power event that was coming in, and they found out about my networking groups at the time, and I came with like an entourage because I still felt like I was confident, right? But I guess everyone else saw that I was, and they wanted me to speak on stage with like Marianne Williamson and Deepak Chopra, and I'm like, okay, but that was like that first moment where I realized I walk in and I exude myself. Is that what you're talking about?
Absolutely. When you actually are aware of your capabilities and they're shining through, and you no longer are focused on externally, I need other people to affirm me and say I'm good, or I need to get that feedback, but you show up in such a value because you know what you have to give, the world is waiting for. And it's not in a cocky way. It's that I am standing in the space of this is my gift and I'm ready to give it, right? I'm ready to be of service and contribute and be valuable to others.
Yes. Do you remember when it happened for you?
It was when I was doing my MBA, right? And this is years ago, and I knew I was a good speaker, and I wasn't certain. And I had been speaking at some women's ministries, and they had asked me to speak. And every week I'd go up, and I was terrified. Like I'd literally physically want to throw up. I was, oh God, okay, I can't do this. I was just like rocking every time, right? So I was still scared. And then when they would tell me I was good, I was like, okay, I'm good. I'd be waiting for someone to tell me I was good. And I remember when I was working on my MBA, it was a corporate job, and I got known as, because we were doing it on an accelerated pace, so you had the same classmates for the 2 years. So what happened is when we would start the next course, my classmates would just run to my desk because you always had to do presentations. And they kept asking me to be part of their group. And I was like, why does everybody want me to be in their group? Because they wanted me to do the presentation, because they knew if I did the presentation, they would get an A. Right. And so then I actually started recognizing and started going, who do I want to be in my group? Not waiting for someone to pick me and choose me, but seeing who else I could align with so as a group, we could be more valuable in what we created. That's when I actually started to be aware. And then that's when I started to get that confidence, and now I'm creating.
Mm-hmm. I know. I think we all go through that transition. And, a lot of times you could tell when people are faking the confidence thing, and it comes across that way. I'm like, why, what?
Yes. Because, the saying is fake it till you make it. And the challenge with that is if you don't know what you're faking, then you don't know when you make it.
Yes.
So that's where it gets to be. So having a clear And knowing that you're not actually faking it, what you're doing is there's a repetition is the mother of skill. You're actually just doing something, because initially, the first time you do anything, you're going to be uncomfortable. That's the nature of new. This is why so many people shy away from new and want to stay comfortable and keep doing and repeating things over and over again, because they don't understand the benefits of doing new things and how it actually fortifies your confidence in who you are. The more things you've done that you've never done before, and the more you excel at them, oh dear God, you just become a beast over time. Like, look at Tonya, man. Could you tell her that she could be anywhere and you give her a mic and that room is going to light up. She going to light it up.
I always love to show people, because people just see us today, right, Meshell? They just see our journey. That this is kind of the process of the journey is where we are now. And I love to show people in 2005, me, unconfident. This was me at the Leander Chamber of Commerce holiday gala, ladies. This is what I wore to the gala. This is and if I could get through it, anybody can get through it, because you just have to do what Meshell's saying is you've got to get out of your own way and do something new for the first time, because then the second time you've already done it. And it's not nearly be as the first time.
Yes. It's never as hard as the first time. And what happens is the more first times you have, the least fear you have around any first time. So when I tell people, if you look at someone like, just take an Oprah, for example, or Richard Branson, or, if you want to throw an actor's name out, La Rock, he's one that's very popular right now. When do they go places that they've ever been before? How often are they doing first? Do you think it even bothers them? No, because they have built the muscle to understand that to create and have the amazing life that I desire, I must be amazing in the midst of every circumstance and situation and person that comes my way. They're ready to they land. If someone says we're not ready, they already have something else they can do. That's creating value, right? Always have something you can do. Do never get upset when things don't go your way, because you don't know if it's working out in your favor. Always be prepared to be delayed. I learned that one from Zig Ziglar. Always have something you can read, something you can write, follow-up emails. You got enough on your plate. So getting pissed about being delayed is ridiculous.
Exactly. I mean, I never have an empty moment.
Right.
Every once in a while there is, you're like, oh my gosh, what do? I don't know. Let's go find something to do.
Right. And that's the beginning of that confidence, that ability to keep your state. We call it the ultimate performance state. The ability to stay in that state no matter what is what's true. I always say it's easy to be great when it's easy, right? Greatness comes in the midst of when it's not easy, when the things are falling apart, when nothing is going your way, when no one's keeping their word, when no one shows up, right? That's when greatness actually comes out.
I know, I tell people all the time, take a little sticky notepad. I'm a sticky note queen, and put on there, wow yourself today, or wow myself today. And you put it everywhere. And it reminds you that sometimes to other people, what you do doesn't seem wow, but when you wowed yourself, okay? Start to wow yourself and amazing things will start to happen for you, because sometimes it's harder to even impress ourselves than it is to impress others.
Yes, I did something yesterday I posted on Facebook, and it's so funny that you said that. I said first impressions, and I said you ever heard the saying, first impression makes a lasting impression? I said the most important first impression is the one you make of yourself. Start showing up and dressing up like you're expecting something amazing to happen every day, and guess what happens?
Right. I know, right?
Right? People are like, well, nothing's going to happen, so I didn't need to get dressed. Nothing's going to happen, so I didn't need to do that. Guess what happens? Nothing.
Mm-hmm. I know. What is it about that? I think it's a lot of fear. If something happens, will I be able to handle it? And it comes from the confidence by doing.
Yes. And again, will you be able to handle it? Absolutely. And that's what they say. More people are actually fearful of succeeding than failing. Like, if I succeed, then what? Well, guess what? Just like you're making it up in your head that it's not gonna stay, or it's not gonna last, or it's not gonna go well, you can make up the same thing. that it is going to last. I'm going to be able to handle it. I'll be ready. I'll have coaches. I'll have advisors. I'll have an entourage. I'll have a staff. Just like you're making it up to be awful, you can make it up to be awesome. You control your destiny, right? And I will say, if you're in the habit of half glass full, and that's the way you've been, you cannot fix yourself. If you could, you would have already done it. If you're watching this, understand, just like if you're trying to be an amazing speaker and you're struggling and you can't get your speaking platform off the ground and it's been years, you can't do it yourself, because if you would, you already would have. What successful and wealthy people do is decide who they want to be and go hire someone to teach them how to do it, create the habit, and then they go get the results. And that's what coaches like Tonya and I do. We help you create the habit of that success as a speaker, the success as a sales rep, and then you go get the results, because now you know what to do.
Yeah, right. And please don't hire someone just because they say things that make you go, wow, that person's amazing. Hire people who are doing what you're wanting to do.
Exactly.
Because we've all made the mistake. Believe me, I've made it. Michelle's made it. Everybody's made it. We're like, wow, that sounds amazing. I need to hire you. And then you're like, but you don't know anything that I'm doing. What? Why is this so hard if you don't know what I'm doing? So, yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. But again, and that's why we continue to do this work, because we have experienced that other way where we got derailed or deterred a little bit because someone looked amazing when you don't know what you don't know. And they just like, you're like sitting there, eyes as wide as saucers, like, oh my God, they're so awesome. And then you go and pay them. And later you're like, but why am I still struggling? Why doesn't this make sense? What's wrong with you? Right.
Now, I know you have something amazing to give our listeners today. What is that?
So one of the things that I believe is confidence is rooted in your vision, the vision of who you have for yourself and what you're creating. If your mind doesn't have a target, it will always be a struggle. You have to give your mind a destination. So the first step in every great achievement, outcome, everything in life always began with a vision that I could do something amazing. I could be someone amazing. And so what I created is what I call the Bank Vault Vision Board, right? And it's about creating, and it's not just bank vault and money, it's the wealth and you becoming incredibly value of who you are. So you attract valuable opportunities to you. And so you go to my website, Meshell, that's Meshell, Baker.com, and you'll go on that landing page and you'll hit a pop-up, subscribe, and it's on its way to you. So I am so looking forward to getting your feedback. Go to Facebook and follow me. And I would love to see that vision board or hear how things are going. Because, man, if you're watching this and you're following Tonya, I know you're on a path to amazing.
There you go. Just wrap it up there. All right, everyone. So make sure you jump on that immediately. Go to Meshell Baker, M-E, and then Shell, S-H-E-L-L, Baker.com. Connected with her. She's amazing, obviously, and you want to follow her all over the place. And if you've got a special event that you've got coming up, bring her in. She's amazing. And then, of course, we want you to go out there and change the world from the front of the room. So what are you waiting for? We are out there helping people all over the place, trying to get out there, find more speaking opportunities, and get connected, and it's all about marketing. So go to Public Speakers with an S, Association, all spelled out, .com today, and take advantage of a half off special. So just simply put in the coupon code, let's see, TV half off is the coupon code. But there's a calendar that pops up that you can take advantage of if you want to ask questions as well. Also, we are looking for speakers. If you want to become an international speaker, we are looking for people for London. We are not talking London, Kentucky. We are talking London, England. So we've got 10 minutes to 60-minute spots. We want you there. So go to publicspeakerswithAnSconference.com and find out how you too can speak in London, England. Alrighty, we will see you next time. Remember, go to MeshellBaker.com, jump on that opportunity, and then get connected with me because you should be. All right, thanks, Meshell. Thanks, everybody. Bye.
Bye.